Hello, so I'm here at the Community Hub to learn a little bit more about the Sustainable Vanilla Initiative, and who better to speak to than its Executive Director, Gaël. Nice to meet you.
Very good to meet you.
Thanks for joining us today on FI Europe.
Thanks for having me.
Great, so I'm just really keen to learn a little bit more about the initiative's sort of core mission and some of the projects that you're engaged in today.
So the Sustainable Vanilla Initiative, SVI, is a pre-competitive, it's a volunteer industry platform that looks at driving sustainability in the vanilla sector. So what that means is, one, really looking at how do we create the conditions for more market stability, but also for more sustainable sourcing that has environmental, social and economic impact. So it's really talking about the livelihoods of farmers, really as the end result, protecting forests, and also ensuring that there's a real sector governance, a real reinvestment in the professionalization of farmers, of vanilla farmers. Now, the way that we do this is we really bring the whole supply chain. So from big brands like Magnum Ice Cream and Lactalis, Arla, to the actual exporters. And Madagascar is one of the main countries that produces vanilla, but also other origins like Uganda. And bringing all those supply chain actors to agree on what are the key metrics that we need to focus on and have collective action on the ground. So for example, we have community reforestation projects, particularly in Madagascar. The great thing about vanilla is that it's a wild orchid that needs forestry in order to thrive. So you don't have to cut off trees, but it really is an incentive for different companies and different producers really to use vanilla as a forest positive dynamic.
So the reforestation project sounds really interesting. Actually, I'd like to learn a little bit more about that, if you might.
I'd love to. So what's really fascinating about the region where vanilla is being produced, it's in northeast of Madagascar, and it really is the kind of last green belt of Madagascar, which has amazing biodiversity, which we all know, like lemurs and just beautiful wildlife and fauna. And vanilla is grown in around these areas. We have their nominated protected parks, and we basically work with the managers of these protected areas, so partners, public partners, local authorities, and we convene all of industry to come together to do different projects, including around community reforestation. So you'll have exporters who will do this alone as companies, but also with us in specific regions, coming together to basically work on community reforestation around the protected areas, but also work around education with communities on protecting the environment, but also working with them as obviously as buyers and suppliers of vanilla, seeing how those communities can also be economically supported, not just with the buying of vanilla, but also with diversification activities, especially when vanilla is no longer being bought or bought too little, ensuring that they also have other income resources that they can depend on, so they don't completely abandon vanilla, and also have a thriving lifestyle.
Amazing, yeah. So it's kind of like a really sort of holistic view to supporting the community and the industry.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So in terms of your participation at FI Europe, then what are you hoping to achieve by being here, and obviously at the Community Hub as well?
Yeah. Well, I mean, when we first were invited and by FIE and had discussions with the Community Hub organizers, we felt like it was a real alignment between the kind of collaboration that we want to have within the whole vanilla industry. SVI represents over 70% of the vanilla industry across supply chain actors. And so it really felt like this was the right fit. This was the right fit to collaborate on these sustainability issues. but mainly to create more awareness on the issues that need to be tackled and that are being tackled through our platform. And also, to show what our journey looks like in order to incentivize also others, because we can't do it alone and we need more of the industry. Hopefully we can go from 70 to 100%.
Yeah.
And more can be done with that forum.
Fantastic.
Yeah. And I think we've achieved that, to be honest with you. Our experiences here with the community hub, having just finished, has been really quite phenomenal. It's a unique opportunity to speak with familiar faces, because so many of the businesses and companies are here at FIE.
Right, yeah.
But also new faces that I've never seen before. And so to be able to have that exchange, to create awareness, but also to basically learn together and ensure that people understand what this journey is about. So perhaps they can join us along the way.
Fantastic. Well, fascinating stuff. Thank you very much for sharing with me.
Thank you.
Thank you.